So, I played Marvel's Avengers, and I have to say that a lot of people have said since this game came out, oh, the game's gonna be bad, it's a live service game, blah blah blah. Now, I'm a person that day one, I bought the game Destiny and very much enjoyed playing it. It was an online only game. That's how you had to play it. You had to connect to the internet. Understandably, I understand that for most people's internet situation, that's an issue, but I don't feel that you should judge a game based on that. The game should be judged on the gameplay, the story, the playability, stuff like that. And Marvel's Avengers, the single, because I didn't play any of the online stuff. I didn't go online. I didn't do any missions online. I played the single player campaign. And in that alone, which is what I'm reviewing and kind of judging it on, the game was downright amazing. I highly recommend it. It was a great kind of attempt because you got a little piece of each hero, Thor, Iron Man, the Hulk, Miss Marvel, Black Widow. Um, so you got to try all of them, and then in the beginning of the game where the story kind of sets off, you get to play as Captain America. And little spoiler, I mean they kind of alluded to this in the game. He dies kind of trying to save everyone, but then the Avengers kind of get blamed for creating this horrible accident that mutates a lot of the population and turns a lot of people into inhumans, which there is a difference between inhumans and mutants. Mutants are born and are genetic um, evolutions. Inhumans are people that are mutated but through means after birth. So the Inhumans were created from this kind of thing. I think it's called Dark Terrigen. That basically is this power source that kind of explodes and then dissipates into the population, giving people the ability to have superpowers and whatnot. So because of that, basically, um, the population is now being basically put under lock and key, and different things are happening. And then you have evil people who come in and try to, you know, take over the situation and do whatnot and take advantage. So it's a really good. The story is good. It's quite original from what you've seen before if you've watched a lot of the Marvel films that are going on. So that was good that they did that. I thought that was really great. I really highly recommend it. The gameplay was great. Um, you could see how it was setting up the structure of the game because it was difficult to find your next mission to go to. It took a little bit of looking into it, so that was a little downside to it. It was very difficult to figure out where the next mission was to go to. But other than that, I thought it was a great game. I thought it was a great experience. I would highly recommend it. And for anyone who's saying, "Oh, it's a live service, you shouldn't give in to these things and support them," listen. It is a live service game. That's what they were trying to push. Which, by the way, that is actually shutting down. So any of the cosmetics are all going to be free to everyone at this point, which they're going to give back to the community for that. But the single player was downright amazing, and that's what I would judge the game on, because that is what I mostly play these games for. Although I could see if you have a good user base that is still playing the game, active concurrent users, stuff like that, it could be a great experience too for that. But like any multiplayer experience, I mean, if you don't have a good group of friends to play with, these things are not as fun. So that's why I listen. In the words of Pee Wee Herman, Dottie, I'm a loner. And I like my single player games. So this is Casual Noob Cybot signing out.